Hello, hi, and welcome back. I'm excited today because I'm doing another foundation review. These are my favorite videos to film. Sorry, I'm distracted. My husband's getting ready to go on a work business trip, and he's sounding a little chaotic when he has to pack for himself. Usually I pack for him, but I'm like, you know what? You're on your own, buddy. You're on your own. I have to review a foundation. So it is a reformulation from Too Faced. It's their Born This Way Undetectable Medium to Full Coverage Foundation. I think what they are comparing this to is their Soft Matte Foundation. I reviewed that one. Do I still have that one? I do. It's this one. I think they're comparing it to this one. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. The only reason I say I think it's this one because on Ulta's website, they're doing a side-by-side comparison of them. So that's why it leads me to believe it is a reformulation of that one, which this one is supposed to be a soft matte. I'm just kidding. This one is supposed to be a natural finish, the same medium full coverage, same 24-hour transfer resistant and waterproof. Oh, the other one has oil control. Ooh, that makes me nervous. This one is not claiming oil control. So I'm assuming maybe it leans more to those that have dry skin. Holy crap. You know I film in the mornings, y'all, to get a good wear test in, and this coffee needs to be nice to me and kick in quicker. Yes, it does. The other one is a 12-hour hydration. This one is a 24-hour hydration. So I think, yeah, this one is more for those who have dry skin. Although on the box right here it says oil-free, which is a plus. We're just gonna have to see. I have combination skin, so I'm hoping I can kind of see where it goes for those who have oily or dry skin. 30 shades, and it says you can keep the same shade as you had in this one. This one is warm nude for me. I do neutrals for my skin. I do have self-tan on, so I went with vanilla in this one because I'm not as dark, and it is I think one shade of a neutral lighter. Did that make sense? It's a neutral down, and went down in neutral, okay? This one also claims to reduce the appearance of pores, which is a huge plus for me since I have big pores in my cheek area. 97% said it feels comfortable immediately. 95% said they feel moisturized. Skin-like natural finish, which I personally love. Evens out your skin tone. 24-hour hydration, color true wear that is transfer and waterproof resistant, sweat humidity resistant. It also says it's fade proof, crease proof, non-caking, non-poring, non-streaky, and photo finish. The key ingredients is hyaluronic acid, glycerin, vitamin E, which are all pluses for me. Then it says to apply with fingertips or a brush. I've actually been a fan of the Beauty Blender. So I think I'm gonna do one side with a brush, one side with the Beauty Blender. I forgot to mention the price. It is also a higher end foundation for $48. Hurts a little, and it has pretty good reviews. So I have nothing else to do today. I am off work, and yeah, I want to do a foundation test today and be sad and mopey because my husband's leaving for 4 days. I'm gonna put a pump on the back of my hand. The consistency, as you can see, is pretty liquidy. It is running down fairly quickly, so it does feel like a thinner consistency. On the box, it does say it's infused with coconut water, alpine rose, and hyaluronic acid. I'm not going to use a primer today. I just wanna see what it looks like and what it does for my pores. This is also a 1 fluid ounce bottle, in case you were wondering. Holy crap, I feel like I talked so much. Let me find my foundation brush. Here we go. I'm going to do as they said and apply with my fingers here. I'll do 4 little doodads like that. Ooh, let's get you in here. Okay, let's go ahead and start blending with a brush. I do find it to be a nice consistency. It's not super thick. It does say medium to full and that it's buildable. So I do like that aspect. I feel like it's drying down fairly quickly though. You do have some play time, but that blended out pretty fast. The shade match I think is pretty spot on. But I do like the way that it blended. I can still see a little bit of my freckles, not much though. So I would definitely say it is medium coverage. And if you can build it up, medium to full, so then that means you would get full coverage. I'm not a big full coverage girly these days, personally. But if you like a nice full coverage look, then I suggest building it up. Now, what I'm noticing with the sponge, what it's doing what a sponge does, you know, it's making it more of a thinner consistency, more skin-like with the sponge, giving more of that natural finish, I feel like. I like the finish a little better with the sponge, even though it doesn't mention blending this out with a sponge. But that to me is a little more natural looking on the skin. It looks like it's, you know, not sitting on top of the skin as much on this side, which this side isn't terrible, by the way. I'm just, you know, giving my first thoughts here. But I actually like the finish with the sponge more on this side. Yeah, I feel like it's just more skin-like. So I'm just gonna go in with the sponge. Now I'm not saying you should use a sponge with this. Using a brush is fine. I think you can use whatever you want. You can apply with your hands and your fingers and all that stuff too. I just like a little less foundation in my old age these days. But I used all that one pump and I feel like I got pretty good coverage. Again, I got like a medium-ish coverage. Maybe I'll go in and see if I can build it up. But yeah, I can still see my freckles even more on this side. So it sheared it out a little bit, which typically that's what a sponge does. So I'm gonna go in with one more pump. Probably not use the whole pump. Kind of being a little wasteful, which I don't really want to do. But let's see how this builds up here. So I'm gonna start on this side. Yeah, it's building nicely. Definitely can tell it's giving more of a fuller coverage. Yeah, definitely. It's covering up my freckles a lot more now. So this is definitely a buildable foundation. I would not usually use this much foundation, but I will for y'all. Now the shade, as it's drying, I wouldn't say it's necessarily oxidizing. I just think it's drying down. And, you know, sometimes when a foundation is drying down, it gets a tad darker. So I really do feel like I need to drag down my neck a little bit. It blended out beautifully. I do feel like it gives that natural finish that it was talking about. Again, like it more with the sponge, just looks more skin-like to me. This is a lot of foundation for me. But what do you guys think? I think it looks really, really pretty on the skin. Very pretty. Hopefully it stays looking like this. Feels very lightweight too. For as much foundation as I have on, feels pretty lightweight, which is a huge plus for me. So I'm going to go ahead. Ooh, I do want to check out my pores here. It did blur my pores. Hell yeah. That is what I'm talking about. With no primer, that's a plus. Because my go-to foundation lately has been the Benefit Professional. Their new foundation, I just reviewed that too, because the blurring with that foundation is bomb. So this is nice. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish my makeup and then let you see what it looks like and how everything looks on top of this foundation. So I will be back. All right, you guys, so here is what everything looks like with the rest of my makeup on, I feel like it does have like that natural skin, you know, it doesn't look heavy, cakey, doesn't look gross on the skin, although it's only been on like 15-20 minutes at this point, but everything went over it beautifully. It hasn't oxidized or changed color, got weird. It's not separating or doing anything funky. Again, I've had this on 15-20 minutes, so I don't expect anything to look weird at the moment, but everything looks really pretty. I really like the way that it looks. I hope it stays like this. What do you guys think? I'm really digging how everything looks. So again, today I'm off, relaxing. It's currently raining, which is like therapy for me. Therapy. I love the rain. And yeah, I'll just wear this makeup, do my normal house chores, and get everything ready and started for the week. So I will see you guys in about 7-8 hours. Fingers crossed, because I love this shade and how it goes with my self-tan. I love everything about it. So I will see you guys later. Hello. I hope that the coloring or anything didn't change too much, because my husband came in here to grab some things and he had to move some stuff around. So hopefully things are looking the same. Let's talk about the foundation. I just want to say that we're looking so good. It has been about 7 hours. There's like the slightest bit of it getting into my smile lines. You guys won't be able to tell. Like slightly getting into my smile lines. The oil control, I'm shocked. It almost does look a little, now it did not say oil control, did it? We read those claims. It says oil free on here, but I don't remember anything when I was comparing it to the other foundation that I think they reformulated. That was the thing about this one, that it said it's not like something with oil controlling or whatnot. However, I'm not oily. So for those who have oily skin, this should work for you. It might even look a little tad cakey on the sides of my nose, but not terrible. Not enough to where, like, unless somebody was like in my face, you know what I mean? Then you might be able to tell, but even further away, it does not look bad at all. I do think it blurs imperfections, makes the skin look very, very pretty, natural looking. Transfer resistant is pretty solid, because I did have to blow my nose and barely anything came off on the tissue, and it hasn't really come up. Like, I don't see anything off of my nose. So that's pretty true. I don't know if it's waterproof, and obviously I'm not going to wear this 24 hours, but as far as like 7 hours, we're good. It still does feel comfortable. My pores are still blurred without a primer. See, this is without a primer. That's what blows me away. A lot of times I don't wear primers. So when I get back on camera, my makeup still looks good with no primer. I'm pretty much sold on the foundation. I think that goes a long way. I didn't really test it in sweat or humidity, but overall, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I feel beautiful. The makeup looks beautiful. The shade hasn't changed. All the makeup looks great. So I'm sold on this. I like this formula. I believe I liked the other one too. That was more of a matte version. They're both good. I don't know if they're getting rid of the other one. I have no idea. I'm not getting that deep into it. All I know is this is the reformulation, and it is good. I actually think I would like it better with less foundation on, but you know, I wanted to try more today to see if it was buildable, and it is. I do think I've seen some reviews where they said the shades just in Too Faced tend to pull more warm, so keep that in mind. Again, my shade is in vanilla. I probably could actually do another shade down, especially when this self-tan starts fading more. I don't know if I'll be able to wear this shade, so if I do get another shade, I'll get a shade, the next lower shade in neutral. For some reason, I thought this was a new foundation. It's the Dior Forever Skin Perfect Stick Foundation that they have. I don't know about this shade. When I was looking at this shade, I'm like, oh my. But I thought this was new. I don't think it is now. When I was looking back at reviews, what's considered new? A month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, I don't know. But if you guys want to see me review this foundation, please let me know down below. It's one of those makeup days where I know I'm not going anywhere doing anything, but like, I don't want to take this makeup off. It looks so pretty. I wish I had something to do, but I don't. You know, I just don't. So time to take this off, get a shower, just make dinner, relax, maybe throw on one of my trashy reality shows and just relax. That is it for this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. I will see you guys on my next one. Thanks for watching.